Hey friends, it's time for Throwback Thursday. I'm going to show you some tiny carry things that I used to carry maybe a dozen years ago. Didn't have as much money, so I tried to spend it carefully or make my own stuff back then, and I thought maybe I'd start showing you some of that instead of all the expensive stuff I've been buying lately that I don't need. Anyway, let's start out with my first little multi-tool. The Gerber Clutch. I carried this thing all the time and saved the world with it. I love that it's spring-loaded pliers. I mean, this thing isn't the greatest thing. It's not like a Leatherman Wave, but it is small and easy to carry around. Bottle openers, screwdrivers, file. It's a pretty good size file, actually. Blade. A little screwdriver. And little tweezers. I think the most memorable thing with it is I cut the bracelet off of a newborn baby when she was going home with it. Next thing is, when I was in the Army, a sergeant stopped me in the commissary and told me I better buy a little knife to stab people with when they try to sexually assault me. I never did that, but I did buy the knife. It wasn't acid etched then. I did that not long ago. Actually, this is my second one. The first one I gave to a friend right before she deployed. But it was always just fun to hang from my belt loop. You couldn't see it with my blouse hanging over it in uniform. And then I would, do the boring stuff like just cut strings off my uniform with it. But I still love it. I was still into really minimalist things back then, so this actually had a clip on it. I took that off. I think for a while I even had the thumb stud off. Cheap Gerber I got at the, not the commissary, the exchange, PX. Takes up hardly any space in your pocket. Finally I upgraded to the Cold Steel Mini Recon, which I've acid etched now, of course. But I love this thing so much. Play with it all the time. And then there's the Gerber Artifact, which they don't sell anymore. I don't know if they sell any of these anymore. You can still get this one, of course. This thing is fantastic, and they finally came out with another craft blade one. It's the Hybrid X. I just ordered it. It's like $18 or $19. So it finally makes up for not having this available anymore. I guess I'll compare them soon when I get mine. Some other tiny tools that I carried back then was this little screwdriver keychain thing. This fits on your keys. Bottle opener, screwdriver, a little saw. Of course the knife came really dull, but you can sharpen that. And this little thing here, true utility. It goes around a normal key usually, but it has screwdriver, cap opener, file, another screwdriver, maybe even tweezers. I don't know about that. But anyway, and of course the tiny little sliver grippers. And a bonus, this is the unopened package. I don't know where my used one is. Probably in some bag somewhere. Anyway, tactical field playing cards. They sold them at the exchange, and they're great for red light and stuff like that when you're playing in the dark. Red lens playable. And that is my Throwback Thursday carry. Bye.